What if I told you that everything you've ever learned about love was wrong? That every time someone made you feel like you were too complicated, too demanding, or too hard to love, they were lying. Today, I'm going to show you the truth that no one has had the courage to tell you before. Have you ever found yourself thinking that maybe the problem is you? That maybe you really are hard to love? I know how that feels, because I've been exactly where you are right now. And I have to tell you something. You've been lied to. For years, people who were supposed to protect and value you have been making you believe a cruel lie. What you're about to discover in this video will completely change the way you see yourself. I'm going to show you 10 powerful truths that will free you from the mental prison that has been built around you. If you don't watch it all the way through, you'll continue to carry this unnecessary burden for the rest of your life. But if you stick with me, I promise you'll leave here with a new perspective on yourself. Get ready, because what I'm about to reveal to you will shake up everything you thought you knew about relationships and yourself. Tip 1. The problem was never you. It was whoever taught you about love. Let me tell you something that will hurt at first, but will eventually set you free. The problem has never, ever been that you are hard to love. The problem has always been the people who taught you a distorted version of what true love is. Think about it. When you were a child, you naturally knew how to love and how to want to be loved. You weren't afraid to ask for affection, to show your needs, to be exactly who you were. But then people came into your life who made you believe that true love meant putting yourself down, not bothering, not having needs, being convenient. These people taught you that love is when you adapt completely to the other person, when you swallow your words so as not to create problems, when you accept crumbs of attention as if they were banquets. They made you believe that asking for respect is being demanding, that wanting reciprocity is being complicated, that having limits is being difficult. But here's the truth that will shock you. These people didn't know how to truly love. They only knew how to receive love, suck love, use love. And to continue doing this without feeling guilty, they needed to convince you that you were the problem. When you understand this, when you realize that you've been manipulated into believing a lie, something magical happens. You stop blaming yourself. You stop thinking you need to fix yourself. You start to see that you are always worthy of real love, love that accepts you completely, love that values you, love that makes you feel safe to be who you truly are. Tip 2. Your emotional needs are valid and sacred. Now I'm going to reveal something to you that can revolutionize your entire life. Your emotional needs are not whims, they are not exaggerations, they are not things you should hide or feel ashamed of. They are sacred and deserve to be respected by anyone who truly loves you. You have a sacred right to want genuine attention. I'm not talking about being the center of the universe. I'm talking about the basic right to feel seen and valued by the person who has chosen to love you. You have the right to want deep conversations, to want to be heard when you're speaking, to want your feelings to be taken seriously. You have the right to want physical affection, words of affirmation, quality time. You have the right to want the person who loves you to show that love in ways you can feel and understand. That doesn't make you needy or clingy. It makes you human. But do you know what happened? Cold, distant, emotionally unavailable people came into your life and made you believe that your normal, healthy needs were excess. They made you feel guilty for wanting the basics that every human being deserves in a relationship. From today on, I want you to repeat this after me. My emotional needs are valid. I deserve to be loved fully and truly. Those who truly love me will want to meet my needs, not make me feel bad for having them. When you embrace this truth, when you stop apologizing for wanting true love, you automatically push away people who aren't willing to love you right and attract people who recognize your worth. Tip 3. Those who truly love you will never make you feel like you are too much. This truth will free you from years of unnecessary suffering. Pay attention to what I'm about to tell you because it could change your life forever. When someone truly, genuinely, deeply loves you, that person will never, ever make you feel like you are too much. True love doesn't diminish you, doesn't make you question whether you're asking for too much, doesn't make you feel like you need to hide or hold back in order to be accepted. True love expands you, encourages you to be who you really are, makes you feel safe to show all sides of yourself, including the most vulnerable ones. Think about the people in your life who truly love you. It could be a true friend, a family member who understands you, someone who accepts you completely. With these people, you feel comfortable being yourself, don't you? You don't walk on eggshells, measure every word, and constantly guard yourself. That's true love. Now think about the people who made you feel like you were hard to love. With them, you always felt anxious, always felt like you were doing something wrong, always trying to fit in, to make yourself smaller, to be less of yourself. That wasn't love. That was emotional manipulation disguised as a relationship. The person who truly loves you celebrates your qualities, is patient with your imperfections, helps you grow without making you feel bad about where you are now. They don't punish you for having feelings. They don't make you feel guilty for having needs. They don't treat you like you're a burden. From today on, use this as a filter in your life. If someone makes you feel like you are too much, that you are complicated, that you should be different to deserve love, that person doesn't really love you, and you deserve much more than that. Now, before we continue with the next truths that will transform your life, I need to ask you for something very important. If this video is making a difference to you, if these words are touching your heart, I want you to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. And tell me here in the comments where you are watching from. Your participation motivates me to continue creating content that can change lives like yours. Let's go together on this journey of healing and self-knowledge. Tip 4. You were programmed to accept crumbs, but you deserve the full feast. Now I'm going to reveal something to you that will hurt at first, but that will set you free forever. You have been programmed, conditioned, trained to accept crumbs of love as if they were enough. But the time has come for you to understand that you deserve the full banquet. From a young age, you learned to be grateful for the few moments of attention you received. You learned to greatly value any small demonstration of affection, any kind word after days of coldness, any gesture of affection after periods of neglect. You were taught that this was normal, that it should be enough. But listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you. That's not true love. True love is not sporadic. It doesn't come in drops. It's not something you need to beg for or deserve through your perfect behavior. True love is constant, it's safe, it's abundant. You deserve someone who chooses you every day, not just when it suits them. You deserve someone who shows love through consistent actions, not just pretty words that don't translate into reality. You deserve someone who prioritizes you, who makes time for you, who includes you in their plans, who treats you as an important part of their life. Stop settling for dry messages after days of silence. Stop being grateful for the basic attention that anyone who loves you should naturally give. Stop accepting relationships where you're always the one calling, the one reaching out, the one putting in the extra effort. The full feast of love includes emotional presence, open communication, genuine affection, constant respect, unconditional support, and the feeling that you are a priority in this person's life. Don't settle for anything less. You've always deserved it. You just didn't know it yet. Tip 5. Your traumas don't make you less worthy of love. This truth goes straight to the heart of your deepest wounds, but it needs to be said. Your traumas, your emotional scars, your past hardships do not make you any less worthy of love. In fact, they are part of your story of survival and courage. You carry marks of battles you have faced, of pain you have overcome, of difficult moments you have managed to get through. These marks are not defects that need to be hidden or reasons to be ashamed. They are witnesses to your strength, your resilience, your ability to continue even when everything seemed impossible. But someone at some point made you believe that your wounds made you defective, that your traumas made you unfit for love, that your emotional difficulties were reasons for you to be rejected or treated with less affection. That person was wrong. The right person for you will look at your scars with tenderness, not judgment. They will want to understand your story, not use it against you. They will be patient with your healing process, will support you on the hard days, and will celebrate every little bit of progress you make. Your anxieties, your fears, Your insecurities are not characteristics that make you unsuitable for relationships. They are human aspects that deserve understanding and care. Everyone has wounds, everyone has aspects that need to be worked on. Everyone is in a process of growth. You don't have to be completely healed to deserve love. You don't have to be emotionally perfect to be worthy of a healthy relationship. You deserve love exactly as you are right now, in the process, on the journey, with your imperfections and your beauty. Stop making excuses for not being ready for love. You've always been ready. You just needed to find someone mature enough to love a real, complete person with history and depth. Tip 6. The right person will want to know you deeply, not change you. Now I'm going to tell you something that will completely revolutionize the way you see relationships. The right person for you won't want to change you. They'll want to get to know you. They won't try to mold you. They'll want to discover you. They won't list your flaws. They'll be enchanted by your complexities. For years, you've been around people who looked at you like an unfinished project. People who always had suggestions about how you could be better, different, more convenient for them. They made you feel like you were an imperfect version of who you were supposed to be. These people had an idealized image in their heads and were frustrated because you didn't fit perfectly into it. They wanted you to talk less or more, be more sociable or more reserved, more spontaneous or more planned. There was always something that needed to be adjusted, corrected, improved. But true love works in a completely different way. The person who truly loves you will be interested in your unique way of seeing the world. They will want to understand why you think the way you do, why you react the way you do, why you have the preferences that you do. She will ask questions to get to know you better, not to analyze you and find fault. She will want to know about your dreams, your fears, your most precious memories, your opinions on the little things in life. She will be genuinely curious about who you are inside. The right person will love your weird details, your quirky habits, your unique way of laughing, your nerdy obsessions, your unusual hobbies. They will find your inside jokes funny. They will understand your silences. They will respect your time and your space. When you meet someone like that, you will feel for the first time in your life what it's like to be loved exactly for who you are, not in spite of who you are. Tip 7. You have the right to have boundaries and demand respect. This truth may be the most liberating of all. You have a sacred, non-negotiable right to set boundaries and demand that they be respected. This doesn't make you difficult, demanding, or complicated. It makes you a healthy person who knows your own worth. Boundaries are not walls you build to keep people away. Boundaries are healthy fences that protect your peace of mind, your emotional energy, and your well-being. They tell people how you want to be treated and what you won't tolerate. You have the right to say no when something doesn't feel good to you. You have the right to walk away from conversations that hurt you. You have the right to not accept disrespectful behavior, even if it comes from people who supposedly love you. You have the right to demand that your decisions be respected, that your privacy be honored, that your feelings be considered. You have the right not to be yelled at, humiliated, manipulated, or emotionally blackmailed. But someone taught you that having boundaries was selfish, that demanding respect was complicated, that standing up for yourself was difficult. This person was trying to keep you vulnerable and available to be mistreated. The truth is that people who truly love you will naturally respect your boundaries. They won't constantly test how far they can go. They won't try to convince you to give up your emotional protections. They won't make you feel guilty for taking care of yourself. When you set healthy boundaries, you're not pushing true love out of your life. You're creating space for only genuine, respectful relationships to remain. You're teaching people how to treat you well. Start today. Identify where you need boundaries and have the courage to set them. You deserve relationships where your boundaries are seen as important information about how to love yourself better, not as inconvenient obstacles. Tip 8. Your intense emotions are gifts, not defects. I'm going to reveal something to you that can completely change the way you see yourself. Your intense emotions, your deep sensitivity, your ability to feel everything strongly are not defects that need to be fixed. They are rare gifts that make you special and unique in the world. You were created to feel deeply. Your heart was made to experience life in vibrant colors, not shades of gray. Your soul was designed to pick up on emotional nuances that others miss. That's a superpower, not a weakness. But all your life, emotionally limited people have made you believe that you are over the top, too dramatic, too intense. They have made you feel ashamed of your ability to love deeply, to truly care, to live every experience with full intensity. These people were afraid of their depth because it exposed their superficiality. They felt uncomfortable with their authenticity because they were always hiding behind masks. Their intensity forced them to confront how disconnected they were from their own feelings. The truth is, the world needs people like you, people who love without reservation, who genuinely care, who feel the pain of others as if it were their own. You are capable of creating deep connections, of offering true understanding, of touching people's lives in ways they will never forget. Your sensitivity allows you to sense when someone is hurting even when they try to hide it. Your intensity gives you the courage to love even after you've been hurt. Your depth connects you with aspects of life that shallow people will never experience. Stop apologizing for feeling too much. Stop trying to diminish yourself to fit into shallow relationships. Stop seeing your emotional intensity as a problem to be solved. It is your trademark, your unique signature on the world. Tip 9. You deserve reciprocity, not just giving without receiving. This truth will shake the foundations of how you understand relationships. You deserve total reciprocity in all your relationships. You deserve to receive as much as you give, to be cared for as much as you care, to be prioritized as much as you prioritize. For years, you were conditioned to believe that your worth was in how much you could give without asking for anything in return. You were taught that true love was about constant sacrifice, about always putting the needs of others before your own, about being a bottomless well of understanding and patience. You became an expert at giving attention, giving affection, giving time, giving energy, giving support, giving forgiveness. You prided yourself on being the person who was always available, who always understood, who always put others first, but no one taught you that you also deserved to receive. Healthy relationships are balanced exchanges of emotional energy. It is giving and receiving affection, supporting and being supported, understanding and being understood, caring and being cared for. When only one person gives and the other only receives, that is not love, that is emotional exploitation. You have the right to want people to care about your problems as much as you care about theirs. You have the right to want support in your difficult times, just as you offer support in the difficult times of others. You have the right to want your achievements celebrated, your feelings validated, your efforts recognized. You have the right to receive the same level of emotional investment that you give. Starting today, observe the dynamics of your relationships. Identify where you are giving more than you receive and have the courage to seek balance. People who truly love you will want this balance too, because they will want you to feel loved and valued. Stop settling for one-sided relationships. You deserve people who reciprocate your affection, who invest in you, who work to make you happy as much as you work to make them happy. Tip 10. You have always been enough. You have just lived with insufficient people. This is the most important truth I will reveal to you today, and I want it to be engraved in your heart forever. You have always been enough. From the first day of your life, you were already complete, valuable, worthy of unconditional love. The problem was never that you were insufficient. The problem was that you lived with emotionally insufficient people. Insufficient people are those who cannot love fully because they are empty inside. They cannot give what they do not have. They cannot offer what they have never learned to cultivate within themselves. And to hide this insufficiency of theirs, they make you believe that the insufficiency is yours. These people made you believe that you needed to be funnier to deserve attention, more beautiful to deserve admiration, more successful to deserve pride, more perfect to deserve love. But the truth is that they were incapable of recognizing and appreciating the sufficiency that always existed within you. You always had enough love to give, but you lived with people who didn't know how to receive true love. You always had enough depth, but you lived with superficial people who were scared by your intensity. You always had enough authenticity, but you lived with fake people who preferred masks to the truth. Your sufficiency has always been there, waiting to be recognized by someone who can see it. And while that person didn't come along, you convinced yourself that you needed to become more, do more, be more, to finally be worthy of love. But today I'm here to tell you that this journey of trying to become enough can end now. You already are. You've always been. Your unique qualities, your special way of seeing the world, your particular way of loving, your story of overcoming, your human imperfections, all of this together forms a complete and sufficient human being. Starting today, stop trying to prove yourself to people who are incapable of recognizing your worth. Start looking for people who see your sufficiency naturally, who celebrate who you are without trying to change you. We have reached the end of this journey of discovery, but in reality, this is just the beginning of your new relationship with yourself. Today, you have discovered 10 powerful truths that can completely transform your love life and your self-esteem. You learned that the problem was never you, but rather the people who taught you a distorted version of love. You discovered that your emotional needs are sacred and deserve to be respected. You understood that those who truly love you will never make you feel like you are too much. You have understood that you were programmed to accept crumbs, but you deserve the full banquet of love. You have realized that your traumas do not make you less worthy, and that the right person will want to know you deeply, not change you. You have recognized your right to have boundaries and demand respect. You have discovered that your intense emotions are gifts, not defects. You have understood that you deserve full reciprocity in your relationships. And most importantly, you have discovered that you have always been enough. Now I want you to stop for a moment and feel the weight of these truths. Feel how they free you from years of unnecessary guilt, of excessive self-demand, of relationships that diminished you. You no longer have to carry the burden of finding yourself hard to love. Starting today, you have a new lens through which to view your relationships. Use these truths as filters to attract people who truly deserve your presence in their lives. Stop settling for less than you deserve, because now you know exactly how much you are worth. Always remember, you are not hard to love. You just lived with people who are hard to truly love. But those people are part of your past now. Your future is full of possibilities for healthy, respectful, and true relationships. Now tell me something. Which of these truths touched your heart the most? Which one did you need to hear the most today? Share with me in the comments, because your experience can help others who are going through the same journey of self-discovery and emotional healing.